you doing, guys?
Great.
Good to be talking to you today. Congratulations on the tour. You guys have been kicking ass for like all over the country, and you're coming back east, it sounds like, in about a month, right?
Yep. No, we could, arguably, we could keep this going indefinitely. The amount of fans who want to come out and see it are huge. We'll play to over 1 million people before we call it quits. And, obviously, again, it's bang for the buck. People are coming because money's hard to come by. People work hard, and what could be better than seeing the two biggest rock bands in America the last 25 years playing on the same stage the same night? It's awesome.
I want to touch on that. I'm a huge fan of both of you guys, and I can't get enough of your music. And what I'm curious about is, was this teaming inevitable for you guys? I mean, you started out pretty much both at the same time. You've both been as big as you've been for, as you said, like 25 years now. Did you ever think that you both would be playing together in the same kind of a venue?
It was the kind of thing that in concept, it would be something we'd think about, but the thought of actually being able to physically get both bands on the same stage, it was a bit much. And when we finally figured out that we had the time to do it and the scheduling was right, it took a lot of talented people a long time to figure out how to do it. And the way we do it actually is with a revolving stage, and Kiss goes on before Aerosmith because their stage set is so big that it takes so long to tear it down, while we're playing at the end of the show, they're tearing it down and getting it ready to go to the next city. So it was quite a chess game putting that part together, because both shows are so big.
Were you guys, I mean, when you first started out, were you each familiar with each other's music in terms of, like, did you have a mutual admiration society going when you weren't playing together, and now that you are together, is it still the same way?
I think in the beginning for us, I remember seeing Aerosmith's first album, and when I first saw them live, I went, this is the real deal. These guys understand their roots. Both bands very much are Anglophiles in the sense that we both have always appreciated English rock and roll. The blues, got diffused into English rock and roll, and both bands brought it back here, perhaps in different ways, but we're very much rooted in the same kind of music. And I've always been a huge fan of Aerosmith, and I'm out there watching them every night, and vice versa.
Yeah, it was an amazing time to be in '72 and see the records come out and see, there's this new band Kiss, and to see that they actually went on stage looking like the album cover was like, we were kind of going, what are we going to do? I mean, this is all we know how to do is tune, I mean, they're taking it to a whole nother level. And our paths crossed a few times in the 70s, but their rise to headliners was meteoric compared to ours. And we've admired each other from afar over the years, but personally we've been friends. I mean, we've always bumped into each other in New York City and in various places on the road. And the thought of us coming together and playing was, again, it was kind of a dream. The fact that it's together, it's been pretty amazing.
I was going to say, have you guys had the chance, now that you're like progressing along and you're playing the same headline, have you guys had a chance to sort of sit down and hang out, swap stories, war stories, talk about what kind of music you both love, and you find you have a lot in common?
Well, we spend a lot of time off stage together. We really do hang out a lot. This isn't Tyson Holyfield. Nobody gets their ears bitten off here.
Right.
If there's ears bleeding, it's because of the volume. But we're having a great time, and we're going to continue this as long as we can. I think we've learned a lot about each other as live bands, and I think the respect only grows. And again, the fans get a huge show for their money. And as rock fans, which we both are, I don't think either one of us could imagine anything better than seeing two world-class, headlining bands playing the same night.
Do you guys imagine that this might be something you would be interested in putting out in terms of a DVD type thing, or even in a double album concert type setup on a CD?
You know what? No one's mentioned that to us yet, but I'm sure that's crossed someone's mind. It's crossed yours. I mean, we'd have to see. I mean, those kind of avenues are opening up all the time, so it's definitely something we would consider.
Now, I'm going to touch on the issue of sports. I figure, the Sox are doing good, Joe. You're coming back east. You may be playing around the same time that they're playing, God willing, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I got to make sure.
For the same ones in that front, or what?
Say that again?
Are you guys going to both be rooting for the same teams? Who's going for? Somebody going to be going for the Sox on your side?
Well, there's something going on. I mean, these guys are from New York and we're from Boston, and it's going to be quite a game tonight. I know all the satellites are going to be burning on the buses.
But we'll shake hands at the end of it. It's okay.
Cool. It was really a pleasure talking to you guys today. I'm glad we got to take the time out to speak to you. And you're coming back, it's like November 26th, I think, right, to Boston? And then are you going to be in New York again?
We will be in New York again, yeah.
Madison Square Garden. If you don't play there, you're not playing anywhere.
That's right. It was awesome talking to you guys. Best of luck on the tour, and I hope you guys have another album coming out soon.
Take care.
Take care.